I'm Madeline from Machine Slings, and this is how to get your baby onto your back and into a rucksack carry with a woven wrap using the hip scoop method. So I'm going to start by finding my middle marker and then bringing one side of the wrap up over one shoulder. And specifically, I've kept my middle marker here on the side where I'm going to load baby in. So the hip, I'm going to load baby in before scooting them around. And I've brought the rest over the opposite shoulder. So I'm just going to take a moment to line that up. So yeah, baby's going to go in there. So this will sit across their back. And then I'm going to bring this up and also put it over the same shoulder. So I've made basically a loop, a little loop of fabric. And I'm just going to leave only enough space for baby, so it doesn't look like much space at all, just to make it a bit easier for me. So now I'm ready to go get my baby. I'm going to get my baby. Mine's a plastic doll, but a real one would be more wiggly. But either way, I'm just going to sit baby onto the rope and take my time really getting them comfortable. So you'll notice I'm taking anything loose from behind me and bringing it up, pushing it over, and just taking my time to get them comfortably sat on the rope. And then, and really important to get that nice sat position. And then I'm going to spread this out. And I'm really going to take my time here on the front because it's much harder to adjust when it's on my back. So if I am confident that I'm happy with how baby sat on my front, I know that they'll be fine on my back. So I'm just taking a moment to really get this comfy on baby. Anything that's loose, I'm bringing behind, and I'm paying attention to really run a bit of material between me and baby and make sure that this fabric is sitting right in the back of the knees, and it'll actually be bunched. You can see I've got several stripes worth of fabric bunched up in the back of the knee, and I'm going to bring that round, and then I'm going to start to tighten through this. There we go, gathering that all up and getting it nice and tight. And again, anything loose, I'm going to run around. In terms of how far I've brought it up for baby, if my baby had really good trunk control, they're 6 months plus and they want to have their arms out, they could, but if I'm totally new to wrapping, that's going to feel a little bit more intimidating. So you might want to start with their arms in just for now. Probably they'll be strong enough to get their arms out once they're around there. And if your baby is a bit younger, then bring this up a little bit and make sure we've got it nice and tight in the back of the neck so that they've got support there. So I'm going to tighten that up, and I can even switch hands and sort of pull through, if that helps. Just make sure that this is all nice and smooth and nice and tight before we start. And then I am going to grab this one with this hand and again snug that up. And now I'm going to move to having both in the same hand. So I'm going to grab this and I'm going to try grab this, so I've got this one running like so, this one running like this, and I've got a finger in between which allows me to control both sort of together and separately, and maintain more control. So now we're here, we've got this nice and tight, I've got a firm grip with my hand on the opposite side of baby. I'm ready to start scooching over towards the back. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to literally swim my baby round, and then when I get to here I'm going to start letting fabric out there, moving my hand away so that this remains tight and this remains tight, and scooch round. Once I get to here, I can grip there while pulling nice and snug, which will help bring baby round some more. And now I can sort of, with my hand, guide their position and continue to wiggle, scooch till they're in the middle of my back. And now you can see why we spent all that time building that seat, because it's there and I can stand up and baby is safe. And we've done the hard bit. If you have never got your baby on your back before, literally just practice getting them up and down from here. So till we can get back, just come back under your arm. If you feel unconfident with that movement, now we can carry on and get this into a rucksack. So we can use this method for a rucksack carry or for a double hammock. This is already under my arm, so it works really well for double hammock. I could just go and do my double hammock from here. But as we're doing rucksack carry, which is one of the easiest to begin with, we are actually going to need to bring this back up. So what I'm going to do is checking that this one is nice and tight, and if it's not, I can again tighten the top and the middle. I actually don't want to tighten the bottom, The reason being is the bottom needs space to go around baby's bottom. So often when I'm tightening, I'm just tightening these top and middle straps and then leaving the rest so that I don't pull it out from under baby. So I'm just checking that one, and then I'm just actually pinning it between my legs. So just holding it between my legs so that it's held, allowing me to have both hands to work on this one. And I'm going to bring it over my shoulder by moving my arm inwards. And now bit by bit, tightening as I go, I'm going to move this up onto my shoulder. This is important because if I tighten it all, if I try and move it all in one go, I might lose tension, but by doing it little bit by little bit, I can get it nice and snug. So now both of these are nice and tight. I'm going to continue working with this one at first. I'm going to bring it under my arm, and I'm actually going to pull out a little bit of fabric, make sure it's right in the back of the knee, and capture it like that. So this one straight over it, and then come under the other leg. So I've gone over that little bit of fabric, over the first leg, and then under the second leg. And now I'm going to swap. So this one goes between my legs, recheck here, it comes under, pull a little lip of fabric, capture that fabric, come under, and then come round. Why was it important to capture that lip of fabric? Because that is what's going to keep your seat secure. That friction between this one coming over the top is going to keep that seat secure, so as much as baby wiggles, they can't get out. And if you're having problems with the seat, it's often that bit isn't captured, so that's often something to work on. So now we're here, we can just tie, and we are done. So double knot. Or if you, like me, have lots of extra length, you can do something fancy. You can come up and adjust the shoulders, whichever you fancy. So just a double knot is absolutely fine. Or if you like the idea of something bringing in the shoulders, you can come up. And I'm doing a knotless tuck, so I'm coming over and then under, over then under, but tied was equally fine. In terms of how long your wrap needs to be, if you're just tying around your waist, actually a base -2 works beautifully. So something like a size 4 for most people is brilliant. This is a base size wrap, which is a size 6 for me. My base is a size 6. So it's actually quite long in that position, which is partly why I've come and tied it up here. But you can use anything from a size 4 onwards will work well. So a mid-length to a long wrap. But if you have more questions about sizing, please get in touch or watch my video on sizing. And yeah, let me know how it goes. Happy getting your baby onto your back. Please remember that this is it can be really scary. I really recommend doing it over a bed. And if you are struggling, if you're worried, please get in touch. I offer online consults, so I can help you each step of the way in real time. And there are, of course, lots of other methods. This is one method which I've shown to a number of clients recently, but other people might find another method easier. So please get in touch if this doesn't work for you, because I can definitely help. All the best. Bye.